Good morning. Well, Chinese state media says keep the champagne on ice until the two presidents put pen to paper on that US-China trade deal. It comes just a day after global markets rallied on the United States and China making that trade deal that included halting the tariff hike from 25 to 30% on $250 billion of Chinese goods. But now it seems markets are on a little bit of ice, awaiting further detail after the positive development. On top of that, it was also a holiday in the United States, so trading was light, and earnings season is also about to kick off with the major banks like Citigroup, Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, as well as Wells Fargo, to release their quarterly results. Analysts on a broader perspective are expecting the top 500 stocks, or the S&P 500 companies, they're expecting their earnings to have fallen by about 4% year on year. And because of all these factors combined, the major indices on Wall Street fell, losing a bit of steam, losing about 0.1% in entirety each. Over in Europe, their market also ended lower too after the UK and EU still remain divided on customs arrangements ahead of Britain's exit of the EU in October 30. However, a Euro blue chip healthcare company called Demant, they saw their shares climb 5% after recovering from a cyber attack. What's on the cards for us today? Well, our futures are currently suggesting a bit of selling at the open, suggesting a dip of 0.5%, which could erase yesterday's gain. Of course, this comes as traders are also sitting on the fence ahead of the RBA meeting minutes being handed down at 11:30. Also out later today, we can watch China's inflationary data. The market is expecting their inflation rate to rise to 2.9%. On the company news front, Newcrest Mining, ticker code NCM, their shares are expected to rise today by about 1.4% at the open after the company approved the first stage of an expansion project at their Cadia gold mine here in Australia. It will boost capacity of the processing plant to 33 million metric tons a year, and it will cost about 685 million US. So that's one to watch today, with the market suggesting a price rise at the open, as we mentioned earlier. Citi has a price target for Newcrest of $36.90, and yesterday it closed at $33.50. Yesterday, another company that is doing exceptionally well of late, Credit Corp, their shares hit an all-time high of $30.57. So it will be interesting to see if the company hits the 9th day in a row of all-time highs today. In terms of another one to watch, CSL, yesterday they hit an all-time high yesterday too for the second day in a row yesterday, closing at $243.74, with analysts saying the global leader in plasma therapies and in influenza products still has a lot more upside, particularly with global growth in volumes to grow by 8% per year. CSL is rated as a buy stock by Citi with a 12-month price target of $252.60. In pre-market trade, its shares are suggesting a rise of about 0.5%. Over to commodities, the gold price gained ground as investors await clarity of that trade deal. It's currently now at $1,497 an ounce. The oil price fell 2%, erasing oil's prior gain, really with the oil price showing signs of near and longer term price drops, and the price has already dropped 15% since September after the Saudi oil facility attack. The Aussie dollar is currently buying 67.77 US cents ahead of the RBA meeting minutes. Thanks for your company. Have a great day of trade.